Peace and blessings to everybody. Hope everybody is having a good Wednesday. We're picking up our cross daily and denying ourselves. It's a good morning to everybody. Now, this verse is very important because us as humans, we look at each other from appearance 90% of the time. You know, we rush into things just because the way somebody looks, just because how fine somebody is, just because what they can do for us and things like that. But God looks at the heart for a reason. He looks at the heart because a lot of things just come out of our mouth. A lot of us just put on this certain image, but he knows who we are in the inside. And that's how we really supposed to test each other, by testing each other's fruits. By fruits, I mean actions. You know, what are we determined to do? What is our ambitions, our devotion to things? What do we want out of life and things like that? This is why it's very good to not be unequally yoked also, to know who you really even talking to. For example, you know, a lot of us men, we look at the women for what they have as far as their body and how they look and what type of sex and things they can give us. But every once in a while, a man looks at what a woman could bring to the table for real, besides all those things. And those are really the man that women should be looking for. And a lot of women look for men who has a lot of riches to his name, who's blessed abundantly, who has a name for himself, status and things like that. But a lot of those men that have status and things like that are not really good men, especially if they have power. If you have power and you feel like everything you need in life, you got everything you need in life, it's going to be harder to seek God. This is why God is so long-suffering too for a lot of people, because once we get those blessings and once we get what we need in life, we feel like we don't have to pray anymore. This is why we need to continue to look upon people for what they really want to do with their own life instead of what they want to do in our life, because it's very important to know who you're talking to. The devil comes as an angel of light, and he's ready to devour anyone who has a weak spirit, who's living in the flesh, who's don't have their mind right. He's looking to devour anyone that doesn't really want to see God. And it's easy to be consumed by your flesh when you are already living under worldly sin. This is why we have to be set apart also. But to really look for people who have good spirit and things like that, look for love, joy, meekness, temperance, long suffering, faith, strength, these type of characteristics in people that you really want to have around. And make sure when they do have the things that they finally get to achieve, that they don't become comfortable with it, or they don't become comfortable with you. Peace and blessings.